Welcome, Pisces, to your July 2025 angel messages and reading. We're going to be doing a deep dive just for you guys, or wherever you have Pisces in your chart. You don't even need to know, just listen to what resonates. We do have all 12 signs in our chart, so you can listen to all 12 signs and just take what resonates, leave the rest behind. We're going to be doing a Celtic cross to start off with the overall energy. I'll do some clarification cards to make sure we really understand it, and then we're going to go week by week, which I think has been really helpful so far. I started this marathon live this morning at 8 a.m. Central with Aries, and we've been going back to back, and I finally got to the lovely and beautiful, never least, but a lot of times last because of the zodiac signs, Pisces. So I'm so grateful and honored to be here. This has been such a fun challenge to do with all of you, and we're going to dive right in here to the heart of your spread so that you can learn more about the energy of this July that we are moving into, which there is a lot going on. So let's take a look at it. For the heart of your spread, we have the 7 of Water card. Okay, so a water card for Pisces in the heart of their spread, water sign Pisces, a complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. Yeah, so right now at the time you're hearing these messages, or if you're watching them later when we're actually in July, it sounds like there is something that you have not made a decision about yet. It's floating around you and you're going, okay, I'm not really sure what direction to head next. Now, this is a good time to mention that one of my all-time favorite Pisces, Chris Reck from Minnow Pontero, will be back on my channel tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central. We're doing the rest of the year. And he taught me this card, which is the 7 of Cups in tarot. He taught me that this often means spoiled for choice. It's really the indecision is because there's too many options. And ultimately, sometimes you just have to rely on your intuition to figure out which one to do. But then it also says the need to do more research right here at the bottom. And I do often find that if you're really stuck making a decision, you probably don't have enough information. And so go ahead and see if you can ask for more time before you make a decision and do the things that you need to do to get that information. Now, for a water sign, this could mean sitting quietly alone, doing some automatic writing, asking your spiritual team, which is your angels, your passed away loved ones, guides, ascended masters, all your higher self, everybody on your spiritual team can weigh in and give you some information. Then, of course, as a water sign, listening to your emotions. What are your emotions telling you about this particular option or about each option? And then also just remembering that, we do want to separate our emotion from our intuition sometimes to make sure we're not getting emotionally overwhelmed, right? So this is also a card of feeling overwhelmed emotionally. Is like, I can't make a choice. Like, I don't know what to do. So this is, might be the energy you're feeling right now. And it might also be something you're feeling throughout July. We're in Cancer season right now. And as we move into July, so, this makes a lot of sense for the Pisces. Jupiter just moved into Cancer, which trines your sign. So I think you could be really spoiled for choice. That could be exactly what's going on, is you're excited about all the things you could be doing or investing in. And yet, at the same time, it's like, I don't know which one to pick first, right? So let's get some clarity here for you guys. All right, for the Pisces, the crossing or challenge energy here is the 9 of Fire. So don't give up, protect what you've created, have courage, and believe in yourself. All right, this has been a little bit of a challenge for Pisces lately, and this is what you're meant to overcome in July. I'm just going to call it like it is, Pisces. A lot of you haven't been investing in your personal life. You haven't been investing in your romantic life. You haven't been investing in putting yourself out there in a bigger way. This has been a big challenge for you guys because, it could be just like investing in your social networks so that you can grow your business, that kind of a thing. But it feels like you are wanting to take action on doing that. You are wanting to invest in this, but it's like, where do I go? Like, this is like a silly example, but it's almost like, which dating app do I choose? How many dating apps are there out there now? No, but even if it's not romantic, it could just be like There's all these different organizations you could become a part of that would allow you to share your gifts even brighter with the world. And you're just like, I don't know which one to do. So, that could be true. You could be looking to start a new hobby or take a hobby to a new level, right? And you're just like, okay, I don't know which club to join to be part of, to meet people and play that game or do that thing. All right. So we're going to get some clarity here. But just make sure you're not giving up on this dream you have for this romance in life, and really believe in your ability to make the right choice. I also feel that too. I think that in the past, you feel like you've made the wrong choice. And now you're like, okay, I know I need to keep going. I know I can't just give up, but it's a little hard when in the past I've made these choices that didn't turn out quite the way I wanted. So let's go into the root of your spread here. This is the card of what you need to know right now. Your higher self is sending you a message. Maybe you're a little bit aware of it, but you're kind of turning a blind eye. Oh, look at that. The Hermit card. Spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. Yeah, I mean, this is, okay, here's what I'm getting to for the Pisces. I feel like your higher self is like, you've done enough of this. Like you're being a hermit. And I mean, I know this sounds kind of harsh, but I have South Node in Pisces. So been there, done that. I feel like, this is basically saying you've already done all the self-discovery. You've already spent enough time alone learning. You've already done the work. You're ready. You're ready to go out there. It's going to be different than the last time that you tried this because you've done the work. You're not going out there blind like maybe you have in the past, right? Love is blind, marriage is an eye-opener. My grandma used to say that. Okay, let's go into the recent past. We're going to get some clarity here for you guys. This is why I love doing this because, I'm I'm a Cancer sun sign. So, of course, this is trining me, but also I have my South Node in Pisces. So this is really interesting stuff here coming up. Okay, so 3 of water. A celebration, a wedding, graduation, or birth announcement, the need to have more fun. And this is coming up in the recent past. Like, I think you're aware. Like, I don't think that it's subconscious. I think it's turning a blind eye. And your higher self is like, you know that it's time to get out there. And you've realized that. You're like, I'm working too hard, or I'm too focused on my regimen, my health regimen, my, to-do list. Maybe it's even like, you just have watched other people in relationships to the point that you're like, do I really want that anymore? So I think that you're aware of this energy, but remember Jupiter's in Cancer. That's trining your sign. It's a watery energy. It's expanding you. It's something that's here to support you and make sure that it does turn out better next time. Right? All right. Let's see what's coming up in the present energy. All right, Pisces, for the present energy in July. Ooh, look at this. We've been getting this card a lot for a lot of the signs today too. 6 of Earth, gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, receiving a loan or paying off debts. Yeah, so again, like I said, I think a lot of you have been working too hard and now you're needing to balance that with a little more fun. Invest in that fun. Like if you're somebody that, used to play tennis and you want to bring tennis back into thing, maybe you do need to go ahead and invest in signing up for that tennis club where you can meet other tennis players and get out there and be social in a bigger way. And, my favorite thing to tell people, because I get a lot of questions about attracting your soulmate. And if you want to go check out my video about soulmates, I'll just, spiritual alert. I say spiritual alert instead of spoiler alert here on this channel. But spiritual alert, we have a lot of soulmates, right? What they're really asking me is, where is my ideal partner, right? And the way you find the ideal partner is you go do the things you love. You go do the things you love. Now, I can get into this big, long diatribe about you have to love yourself first. And until you've healed yourself and loved yourself first, you're never going to be able to love anyone else. That's all true. But I mean, we hear that over and over and over again. Okay, so you've done the work. I mean, you've loved yourself and loved yourself to the point that you feel like, oh, I realize this about myself now. That's why that didn't work in that relationship. I didn't realize that that was actually, I didn't like that person approached that way. I just recently had that weird download. I hadn't thought of this person in years that I dated, and something else I was doing made me remember something they said about another person. And I thought it was so mean. And I remember I just like buried it down. And I thought back on it and I'm like, boy, that was a red flag. I am so glad things did not work out with that person. But it was like, I wasn't admitting to myself at the time that, oh, this person just showed me a side of their character that isn't pleasant, that I don't really want to be around. And this is the same thing with the Hermit card, right? It's like, you are aware of the things that in the past didn't work. Now, again, you might not be here for love. This may not have anything to do with romance or relationships. It's just that for most of 2025, I have gotten a lot about when Pisces get out and do something they love, they're going to meet an ideal partner. It could be an ideal business partner, somebody you would have never thought of collaborating with, but turns out you have a lot of the same common interest, you hit it off, and now you're starting a business together or you're doing a project. So again, it doesn't have to be romance, apply it to you. But the key thing to remember is in the heart of your spread here, Pisces, you've done the work. So in the crown, where you have this present energy of balance, it's like, now that you've done the work, it's time to bring in the play, right? Work hard, play hard. Play hard, work hard. I love that for you. This is your opportunity, Pisces, in July. Start bringing that balance into the way you're going about your day. So let's see what's coming up in the near future. In the near future, we have the Wheel card. Everybody, except for maybe 2 or 3 signs. If any of you have watched all of these lives with me, let me know. Do you know which signs didn't get the Wheel? Because I feel like so many did. It was only like 1 or 2 didn't. But we're all going through this change and we all have all 12 signs in our chart. So it doesn't really matter. It's just interesting when you see a repeating card like that. But it says a time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. And fortune is on your side. Fortune is on your side. So I love this card coming up in the near future for you. It's coming in when you bring that balance of both playtime and work. Now, I'm a Capricorn rising, so I will tell you the Capricorns got a lot of this energy too. So you might want to check and see where Capricorn is in your chart and see if you want to listen to that video to get some more ideas about how you can do this. But adding a bigger balance of having fun in your life is going to be a time of positive change. It's coming up to mind for me. April, she did a shorts for me. I did some goofy B-rolls. I don't know if you saw it, where it was like me prepping for the marathon. We had so much fun making that reel. But I was like, my Capricorn side is like so serious. It's like, I'm going to be a total goofball in this video, but I did it. And it was like so much fun. I told April, I was like, we are going to be doing way more fun, goofy videos because I have an inner like goofball in me that I really feel like I need to share more. And yeah, Pisces, you do too. You do too. Love you, Pisces. All right. So let's see what's coming up in your personal power so we can get you a pocket affirmation for July 2025. We have the 10 of Fire. Too much work, accept help from others. Life is out of balance, stress-related health concerns. Okay, now you might be saying, okay, how is this my personal power? That's, no. But this is just saying that you've got too much on your plate, right? And this is saying that you might be experiencing some stress-related health concerns. Have you been having trouble lately in your health and fitness sector of your world, right? I always talk about, think about your health and fitness, think about your career and finance and legacy if you're retired, and think about your relationships. Think about all 3 of those areas when you're listening to this guidance and see, is any of this out of balance? If I'm having stress-related health concerns, there's something in my relationships or my career and finance or my health, like, what I'm eating or drinking or doing that's out of balance. Right? And I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving any advice here, but I am asking you to look at those things. A lot of times stress-related health concerns are coming from avoiding dealing with something in your life that's quite the burden. It could be an emotional burden, it could be that you're just dealing with somebody else's stress. Maybe somebody is like calling you up every day crying on your shoulder and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm dreading this phone call. Like you never know what it could be that is causing these stress-related health concerns. So get outside, go have fun, free yourself from that. So there is personal power in this. We're going to actually, we're going to use this pocket affirmation right here because I think also You need to outsource more things too, Pisces. And this could be as simple as letting somebody clean your house for you. This could be something as simple as hiring somebody to help you with your social media. It could be anything. You could let somebody meal plan for you. Have you ever considered hiring a health coach? Like, there are things you can do that you can outsource that can help with these things. So your pocket affirmation for July 2025, Pisces, is I easily accept help from others. All right, Pisces, write that in the comments section below. Your July 2025 pocket affirmation is I easily accept help from others. I easily accept help from others. I love that, Pisces, because that's going to give you a chance to have fun. You know, as a Cancer sun sign, when I had my firstborn, I wanted to do everything myself. But I eventually realized like I wasn't getting to do any gardening. I wasn't really seeing my friends that much. And I eventually, got a babysitter to start coming on a regular basis for a few hours a week. And I got some time off to go do the things I wanted to do. It didn't even cost that much money. It was so freeing. And I gave myself the permission to go do something fun. And you're giving someone else the chance, right? In Pisces, you're very loving and very giving and very intuitive. And I know you like helping others. So think of it from that perspective. Like, this person could really need the opportunity to, earn a little extra cash or get the experience. It could be, you could even be bartering. Like, maybe you're doing an exchange with somebody so they can get the experience. All right. So let's see what's going up in the external factors and up, because we're going up. For the external factors for the Pisces, you have the 10 of Earth card. A very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things. Hello. In your external factors, Pisces, this is amazing for July. This is amazing. This is validating that whatever this mistake that you made in the past with a person, with a partnership, with a collaboration, you aren't going to do that again. You're not going to do it again. You're going to see the red flags, or you're going to listen to your intuition sooner, right? You can't control, sometimes people just surprise you. They do things. You're just like, I did not see that coming. But this time you're going to respond sooner. You're not going to sit in that energy of what is going on with this person, or what is going on with this partnership, or why do I feel this way? You're going to take action on that. Okay. So let's see what's coming up in the hopes or fears card. But I love that for your external factors, Pisces. And of course, we'll get some clarification, but the two sides of the same coin card is what I call this, your hopes and your fears. Page of water, intuitive, sensitive, artistic, friendly. A new person enters your life, a relationship. What did I say? All right, I'm sorry. I'm just getting so excited for you guys. A relationship begins a new phase, heightened psychic abilities. All right, like as if you aren't already psychic enough, Pisces, but just trust it. I think a lot of Pisces don't trust how psychic they are. They shut it down. They're afraid of being judged. You're the person who knows when someone's cheating on you without any evidence at all. And so then you look crazy to the person where you're like, are you cheating on me? And they're like, what? How could you say that? What are you talking about? Check my phone. I'm not doing anything, right? And you're like, no, something's off. Something's off. And this new person, I just got tingles down my right thigh there. This new person that's coming into your life is going to bring so much joy and happiness for you. It's going to really create the security that you want in your home life, in your external environment. It could be a new business partner. It could be a new collaboration, but it really also could be a new romance, a new ideal partner. This could be pets for some of you. That just dropped in really fast. Some of you might have a soulmate and an animal coming in for you. So let me know. Is anybody getting any new animals in their life? So fun. But yeah, this is really, really exciting energy. Now, again, because it's two sides of the same coin, you could be afraid of that. Like, what if this new person comes into my life and, I don't know how to handle it, or I blow it this time. Or it could be how do I take time away from my regular schedule for this new person? It's like, I've often heard people say that the reason they stay single is they don't want to share the remote. Well, I mean, go a little higher with that. I mean, did you really choose to incarnate in this lifetime so that you don't have to share the remote? I mean, maybe you did. I'm not judging. I'm not binge watch shaming here, but maybe it's time to share the remote at least one night a week. All right. So let's see what's coming in your outcome here. All right. Your outcome card is justice. You're going to do what you know is right. You are You are Pisces. You're going to stand up for your beliefs. You're going to make a decision. Yeah. And I just really feel like once you decide, I'm going to make time for more fun in my life, for more people in my life, for new people in my life, it's just the doors are going to open. It's the pathway is going to clear. And I see so many of you like getting out there and being more active than ever before. And, you know, it's okay. We're all still a little stuck. I was sharing with another sign that last week my husband and I took a cooking class together. It was so much fun. We were talking about the table. Like I had never done that before, and we'd never done something like that together before. And we had so much fun in meeting the people, but I was like, you know, all of us are still a little stuck in that stay at home mentality. And especially for a water sign and a Cancer sign, right, that rules the fourth house, it's like really hard for me to leave my comfort zone. And I know that that's the same for Pisces, all right, and Scorpios, calling out all the water signs. But wherever you have this in your chart, and I think once you decide, I am going to make the choice to get out there in a bigger way. Like we signed up for another class in August we're going to be doing. I'm so excited. And I'm like, why did we wait so long to do this? This is so much fun. All right. So, okay, here is the overall spread. We're going to dive into your to clarification cards so we can then go week by week. So your first clarification card from my beloved Sedona deck is the yucca plant. It's also the number 10 card in here. And it says beauty elevates. Beauty elevates. Yeah. And I mean, it just means me bringing more beauty into your life, right? This is not necessarily a superficial thing like, you know, getting your highlights done, getting your nails done. It's more like when you bring beauty to your surroundings, all the energy rises. Like I work with Archangel Jophiel a lot, especially when I'm redecorating my home, moving things around, when I'm picking an outfit. I do this because I know the energy is going to help raise everything. You're going to feel more confident. And since you have this 10 of Earth card in your external factors, I feel like what this is clarifying is it's okay to invest in your surroundings. If you want to get a new couch, do your research, do your homework, you know, make sure you're budgeting for it, but it's okay. You don't really have to have an excuse. And I think I was really getting that for those of you who are wanting to join a social group. You know, like I said, like maybe there's a brand new pickle club center that opened up right down the road. We just had that. And you're like, oh man, I really want to do that, but it's going to cost such and such a month. But like, it's okay to invest in that, right? It's going to make your life more beautiful. You're going to feel so good getting up in the morning and having that to look forward to. So let's see what's coming up for your second clarification so we can jump into your week by week. Oh my gosh, we are getting so close to the end of this marathon, and I am so honored you guys are here with me. Even if you're watching later, like this has been such a joy. All right, so your second clarification card for this, I have to put my reading glasses on for this new deck. We have the goat and willow overcoming obstacles. The goat and the willow overcoming obstacles. Aren't these cards cool? They like feel really cool too. Beauty overcoming obstacles. Yeah, I mean, I think that Pisces don't realize how beautiful they are to everybody else, right? I mean, I don't know a single Pisces that doesn't have like beautiful, deep eyes. Like you can see your soul in their eyes. It's just the way that they reflect it and just the beauty that shines through. And sometimes you just don't give yourself credit for how beautiful you are, you know? And I think that's the other thing too, Pisces, is when you can overcome this need to feel a certain way before you start it, that's going to bring in the confidence there. I think that's really what it is. It's just, there's something, you know, your challenge here, I'm trying to switch the screen and my keyboard is not cooperating. There we go. You are, you know, wanting to keep going with this dream you have for the ideal life. It's just going to take believing that you are lovable, believing that you are beautiful exactly the way you are. All of you are. So I think that's a really beautiful clarification there. Just check in to see where maybe you are holding yourself back and bring in this joy. I really, really love that for the Pisces for July. We're going to move to the week by week for the Pisces. And I love doing this week by week. I think this is something I'm going to have to keep going forward. But please let me know in the comments if you like me doing these individual videos. I'm going to have to play with how I do this going forward, but I wanted to test this out because I just felt really, really called to, honestly. And let's see, we're pulling up these other cards here. By the way, if you haven't already, I would like to invite you to sign up for my free newsletter so you can get my gift for you, which is my ebook, Is It a Sign? How to Recognize Signs and Discover Their Meanings. And when you sign up for my free newsletter, not only do you get my free gift, my ebook, you can download it right away and start interpreting signs and meanings on your own, not only from these messages, but from like seeing animals out in nature and things in your dreams, right? But you can also stay up to date on really fun events coming up, like this live marathon we did today, but also, like I said at the beginning, one of my favorite Pisces, Chris Reck from Minnow Pond Tarot, will be back on my channel tomorrow. We're doing the rest of the year reading. So, you know, it's not the rest of the year reading, like we're not doing more readings, but we felt like it was a really good time to, to check in with the energy, right? Because it's just been shifting and changing, and Uranus going into Gemini. So, and also, if these messages resonate with you, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit the like button and share this video with anybody you think it would resonate with. Hit that subscribe button as well. And let me know in the comments how you're doing. I love hearing from you. I read every single comment. So much love to all of you. All right. So week 1 for the Pisces for July 2025, we have the Strength card. Courage, compassion, perseverance. Wow, Pisces, I think week 1, you're going to be getting out there in a bigger way. I think a lot of you are going to be getting these messages ahead of time, and you're going to be making plans to get out there in a bigger way. If you get an invitation to a social event, before you immediately say no, listen to your intuition. Sleep on it. Ask for signs. Maybe this is where you're going to meet somebody really fun. And I think I told you throughout 2025, I've also gotten that like you're going to be introduced to somebody by somebody too. So it might be that you meet someone new in week 1, become friends, and then a few months from now, you're meeting an ideal partner for business or for romance or whatever you're looking for, right? Okay, so this is really cool. Draw on that inner strength to make sure you're not having a knee-jerk reaction and automatically saying no to something, right? We did have a sign earlier. Maybe somebody in the comments can remind me. We were talking about somebody needing to say no quickly. It might have been Sagittarius, and having a quick no. Whereas Pisces, I think maybe you need to have a little bit of a slower no. It's not that you don't say no. You just listen to your intuition and make sure you're not drawing on past experiences before you decide, right? All right, week 2, we have for the Pisces, 7 of Earth, investment, assessment, patience. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, something you're having the courage to do in week 1 is a major long-term investment in your future. You had that 10 of Earth card in your external factors. So you're doing something in week 2 that is really going to make you feel good about where you're headed in the future. And it could be that you are investing in your fun. You're saying, look, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I want to sign up for this club. I'm going to sign up for this vacation. I'm going to get out there and start meeting people in a bigger way. I'm going to invest in my relationships. Okay. So I really like that for week 2. Week 3 for the Pisces, we have, where am I on the time? Oh gosh, I'm like way longer with the Pisces. But you guys had to wait all the way till now. So it's okay. All right. The Hermit card again. Introspection, self-discovery, mentorship. So I do feel like in week 3, you might be pausing from this new thing you're doing and reflecting on it. We do have Mercury going retrograde in the middle of July, July 17th, my B-Day. And, you know, I think it's going to be important that you do take that time for reflection. You need it anyways, but it's just remember that came up in the root of your spread, and your higher self is letting you know, and your spiritual team is letting you know, like you've done the self-reflection. It's time to get out there, but it's okay to go back into your shell a little bit, right? Like it's okay. Go do this new thing. Go try these things and then take some quiet time alone to recuperate, right? I get it. I'm a Cancer sun sign. After I'm around a lot of energy, I have to go recuperate. When I get off these lives that I do every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Central, and when I'm doing something like this, I'm not doing anything after this. I'm going to go sit by myself and not talk and just relax and recuperate. It's going to be me time. So you deserve that. All 12 signs deserve that. And so I think it's really important to plan for that week 3, especially when we'll be getting really into the retrograde energy in week 3. I'm not sure exactly when it starts in the time, but you'll at least have Mercury in shadow. Saturn and Neptune will be retrograding. So yeah, take that time, and we can all do that. Honestly, that's like the best thing to do, is just review, reevaluate, and reassess with any retrograde season. It's happening for us, right? All right, week 4. Pisces, the High Priestess, intuition, wisdom, patience. Well, there you go, Pisces. There you go. You're so intuitive. I just think, I think you need to have patience with yourself here too. Like, you may in week 3 have this like realization about something, and you might change courses. You might do something different. You might take a different approach. That's fine. Just have patience with this adjustment. This is a new energy coming in for you. And because Jupiter is trining you by being in Cancer and your fellow water sign, just have the patience to let Jupiter do what it's here to do. And don't forget that it's also squaring Neptune and Saturn in Aries. So we need to kind of let Jupiter move past that square a little more before we're going to see some of the new options coming in. And it's going to be retrograde season anyway. So we're just going to like really tap into where do we see ourselves heading? And then we're going to be patient about that, right? All right, let's see what week 5 is. And then I want you guys to be able to grab a screenshot of this if you want to. All right, we have the 4 of Earth here. Frugalness, extravagance, control. Yeah. Pisces, this is still coming up for me as something where you're trying to control an outcome to a relationship, to a partnership, to a project. And it's like you're controlling the energy you're putting into it so that hopefully it's not too much. Okay, this is coming out. What I'm trying to say here is you're not like jumping fully into this. Because you're trying to control how hurt you get, right? Like, or how disappointed you get. And this is telling you, no, go all in. Go all in with your heart. If your intuition is telling you, let's see, there we go. If you do this reflection and you really listen and have patience, you're going to find that you're going to have this kind of crossroads moment where it's like you're either all in or you're all out. And if you choose all out, that's totally fine. It means there's something better for you. But don't be halfway in. Like, see, this person is filing her nails on here, and it's kind of like somebody sits down in front of you and they're like, okay, I got to tell you about my date last night. And the person's like, filing their nails, not really listening. They're like half listening. So I want you to invest fully if you choose to invest. If you choose to completely divest, that's fine too. Don't let it hold you back from trying again, right? These new things coming in. So let's pull in the all 5 together so you can get a little screenshot for you for your week by week for July 2025. Pisces, my goodness, this has been a true honor. Thank you to all of you who have been with me on this marathon. Thank you to all of you who are watching later. Let me know how all of you are doing. Don't forget, tomorrow, Chris Reck from Minnow Pontero, right back here on my channel at 11 a.m. Central. I love you all. Thank you for being here. And remember, take time every day to connect with the angels. Bye, everybody.